Yo, what's good? What's happening? How you living? This boy Ricebox26, and we here with taking my Dark Knight girlfriend to the grocery store. No, I will not be explaining because I don't know either. Let's go. These tomatoes are pretty good, but I haven't tried this one before. It does cost more, but it might be nice to do something special for Brunhild. But it might be worse. Brunhild? Lady Dana, there you are. I momentarily lost you amid the cacophony of neon and noise, and this is probably sensory overload. This is probably sensory overload for her. There's definitely a lot more flashing screens and old pop music in this world than there is back in hers. What is your inquiry? I almost wanted to ask her which tomatoes to get before realizing how silly I am for worrying about it. It's nothing. What do you think of the store? 'Tis a cornucopia of indulgence and vice. We can truly procure findings of our quest here. Lord. We can truly procure findings of our quest here. Yeah, we can get stuff for dinner here. It's a lot closer than the supermarket, and I don't have a car, so if my loyal steed could have made the journey through the portal, distance would be no object. I don't know. We might have trouble finding a parking space for a skeleton horse. Then I'd make one. I'm once again torn between being swooning and being the voice of reason. The latter continues to grow quieter and quieter. You've probably got to stop carving trucks in half. We want to keep a low profile. If they were not meant to be cleft in twain, they would not fall so easily to my blade. Most things fall easily to your blade. My point stands. Well, I suppose it does. As for how a loser like me got together with an awesome Dark Knight from another world, well, on my way home one day, well, see what had happened was I saw something like a portal open up in the sky. And she came through it. She walked up to me and asked, "Can you lead me to the Grey Wizard?" Without thinking about it, I agreed. Since that day, we spent every moment pursuing this quest. Investigating the park, investigating the coffee shop. I mean, those are popular places, so the Grey Wizard is probably at one of those locations, right? Okay, I don't know who the Grey Wizard is or where they would be, and once she figures that out, or once she does find them, whichever one happens first, she's going to leave. But she had nowhere to go. What if she had to sleep in a crappy motel, or worse, on the street? What if they made her work at a call center for minimum wage? It's just too much to think about. And maybe the fact that she's really gorgeous has something to do with it. So sue me. It would be burdensome to lodge a Dark Knight at your quarters. I am sure a lady such as thyself is engaged to be wed. No, I mean, I'm not. I don't even have a girlfriend. That is hard to believe. In my realm, such a fair maiden would have countless suitors.
What do you mean by that?
Well, are you speaking from experience? Few would be brave or foolish enough to refer to a Dark Knight as a fair maiden. Regardless, I have taken up vows. My spirit is wed to the Dark One, who has granted upon me power and form in exchange for my service in this life and the next. Though my vows prevent me from taking an interest in a suitable maiden. Though my vows prevent me not from taking an interest in a suitable maiden.
Oh my.
Her stare was intense, all-consuming. I wanted nothing more than to be overwhelmed by it. I understand not the purpose of these glasses. When I snap out of my thought, Brunhild is wearing a pair of novelty sunglasses from the display near the register. They're sunglasses. They protect your eyes. This flimsy material would not even stop a dull arrow. Oh Lord, can I not read? I clearly can't read. I mean, from the sun, but you look cute in them. A Dark Knight is not cute. I don't know about that. I get back to shopping. From the corner of my eye, when she thinks I'm not looking, I see her strike a minor pose as she looks at herself in the mirror. Then she puts the glasses back in without a word. Can you imagine just sitting there? Oh, look at this. They sell protein powder here now. Brunhild has been really enjoying her shakes, and I'm running low on stuff to make with them. See what they have. Creme brulee, dark chocolate, banana graham cracker, rose water, sea salt sundae delight, primal ape warfare muscle mix, and just protein. You know what? Fancy protein powder for a fancy bitch such as Brunhild is utterly indulgent. That's like 6 different flavor profiles. But Brunhild works so hard, she deserves a treat when she's done lifting the couch all morning. Turn to show Brunhild what I've picked out, only to realize she isn't even standing with me. I look around for her frantically and find her next to the claw machine full of stuffed animals. Do they have claw machines in your world? There exist such things called claw machines, but they serve a far more violent purpose in your world than in your world. This appears to be something of a carnival amusement. Yeah, it is. It kind of is. Do you want to play? Petty amusements are beneath a dark night. What if the Grey Wizard won a prize? There's no way she's falling for that, and I know it. But I've never seen someone want to play a claw machine more in my life. I had not even considered it. Not even considered it. Fish coin out of my purse and insert it in the machine. It lights up. Brunhild places her hand on the lever. Gentle, like this. Without thinking, I place my hand on top of her gauntlet to guide her. A layer of mithril separates us, but we're holding hands. What amuses you so? Nothing. I haven't played one of these in a while. How should we do this? We move it gently. We tilt the lever. It picks up a stuffed rabbit by the ear, then drops it before it reaches the chute. Darn. Sorry, it looks like we lost. Rebel scum, you dare defy my will? She turns to me, fire in her eyes. Another coin, now. Yes, ma'am. She found another coin and feed it into the machine. Despite clearly cheating with some kind of dark magic, the toy rabbit still escapes her grasp. A pathetic waste of time. Hey, cheer up. They rig these things on purpose. Who is they? They shall know the pain and terror of my excruciate spell. Excruciate spell. I don't know they. Come up with a great idea. Instead of casting spells on anyone, how about I win the prize for you? I know the secret. You keep secrets from me? Only ones that are about crane games. Put down the groceries and focus on the game. Oh, we're going to be cool about it. Nice and cool, I can smell your fear. The claw's hovering over the bunny. Let it escape not from its fate. She's counting on me. Now I need to press the button. I gently tap the button like an empath. The crane lowers. Clang tightens around the stuffed bunny. It begins to rise. The stuffed animal teeters, trying to escape its fate. The claw holds. Then it releases it down the chute. The machine lights up in victory. Ha ha ha! Nothing escapes a dark night. Few people are looking. She shoots them a glare that shuts them down instantly, then claims her prize. Do you like it? It is merely a child's plaything. It's not a personal interest to me. However, as it is a personal gift from you, I shall treasure it. She's impressed. I do a little jump in the air. How was it that this trick was revealed to you? I used to hang out at the arcade a lot, and I watch a lot of random YouTube videos. But that doesn't sound cool, and if she figures it out, then she won't need me anymore. I have my ways. Understandable. If I were to tell you my methods of training, I would be forced to kill you. Normally this would scare me, but it's hard to feel threatened when she's holding a toy rabbit. What are you going to call it? The right of naming falls upon you as the huntress who caught it. She can't think of one, can she? How about Bunhild? Therefore, before the witness of dark Christ and Lady Dana, it shall be known forevermore as Bunhild. Rejoice. Yippee! Indeed. She picks, she picks up the groceries in her free hand. What else must be procured? We're almost done, but I think we got to get a snack too. It shall be done. She might know a lot more about me than about. She might know more about more than me about swordplay and Dark Christ and stuff. But I know a lot about snacks. Let's see. We got Doritos, sour gummy worms. Definitely not the Monster Energy drink. She don't need that. Sour gummy worms. Heh, I bet she's never had candy flavor before. I know she'll love it. Worms. Don't worry, Brunhild. They're not real worms. I was not worried. I've eaten worms before. What, you have? During the Great Famine, the people of my other land did what they must to survive. As a knight sworn to the king of evil, I suffered not the same level of hunger as the peasants, but would sometimes be maggots in the hardtack among other such pests. Oh, well, these are kind of like that, except they're not real. They're gummy and sour. Nothing ingratiates me to a meal faster than reminiscing upon my starvation. This quest has been fruitful. I can't believe we've come to a convenience store yet. We haven't come to the convenience store yet. Once accustomed to the accostement of sensations, 'tis aptly named. It is the antithesis of the marketplace back home. 'Twas open air across several streets, a stall for every good, conversation and haggling abound. She pauses, fluorescent light overhead buzzes, the tiny pop music loops. I can hear that beverage case hum. Despite it all, somehow, it's almost crushingly quiet. Every item may be found in but one store here, unguarded upon a shelf. What is to stop us from leaving with our goods right now? Well, some people do that, but if you get caught, you'll get in trouble. The merchant would accost us. The man behind the counter snores, a magazine over his face. Probably not, but still we shouldn't. Worry not, I may be a dark knight, but I have sworn an oath of honor. And if I want, I could protect you from such a blackguard with ease. I know you could. Do you miss your world? Feh, you understand not. What would it matter if I were to answer yes? My sole objective is to hunt down the Grey Wizard. It is at the forefront of my mind day and night. Upon reciting my oath, I swore to value king and country above all else, even my own life. My feelings are irrelevant. Just because you can't act on those feelings doesn't mean it's bad to have them. Cease such talk. Rumination brings naught but misery. Maybe it's my imagination, but she holds her stuffed rabbit a little more tightly. If her feelings really don't matter to her, then am I just a guide to her? Oh, she'd head back soon. Indeed, the hour grows late. She still seems glum, more so than usual. Do you want a slushie? When I was a kid, my dad used to drive me out here to get a slushie when I was sad. He would also get himself a pack of cigarettes and some scratch tickets, but still. What is a slushie? You know, it's like a Slurpee. I realized then that clarified nothing at all. You know, kind of like an icy. It's kind of like snow that you drink. Snow, but you drink it. Water? No, it's like still snow, kind of. I fail to see the appeal. Kind of just have to try it. I must wonder why your world uses such childish monikers. What's wrong with our monikers? Slurpee, slushy, icy. These are not beverages. These are the utterances of a newborn. I don't know. Maybe this is a bad time to ask if she wants to watch something on Hulu or Tubi later. What would you call it? Elixir of Greater Frost. Alchemized with the properties of the blue raspberry. That does sound cooler though. That does sound cooler though. Following my lead, Brunhild takes a cup of her slushie. I like the blue raspberry flavor. What are you gonna get? I shall sample the Mountain Dew. The name is reminiscent of a soothing herbal tea. Before I can tell her otherwise, she's already pouring Mountain Dew flavor into her cup. Maybe she'll like it. Try a sip. Here. I put a straw in her slushie for her. We must first say grace. Grace. 'Tis not what I meant. Alas, without further ado, she takes a sip. A long sip. Oh, oh, that son of a bitch. What's happening? This curse. What's happening? What's happening to me? My body, my head. Mountain Dew slushy splats everywhere. All that's left of her cup is billowing smoke and ash with a straw in it. Brain freeze? You shouldn't drink that fast. You warned me not about this cuss. Sorry, I didn't think. You're still paying for that. Yes, sir, sorry. Wouldn't be the biggest fucking mess I've had to clean up here. Hold on. You're still paying for that. Wouldn't be the biggest fucking mess I've had to clean up here. Clerk puts down a wet floor sign near the slushy spill. Puts down a sword aftermath sign near the ash. Why do you have that? Like all curses, it begins to fade. He glares at Brunhild. She notices. She notices she doesn't care. There's one benefit to her inability to keep a low profile. It's that it takes a lot of attention off of me. I used to worry much more about it if I'm passing before I realize two things. First, nobody's looking at me anymore. They're looking at the awesome 7 foot tall Dark Knight. Second, if someone did try to heckle me, she'd cleave them in twain. In twain. You can try to sip of mine. Just drink it slowly. She leans in and takes a sip from my straw. The sweetness far exceeds any beverage from my homeworld. Straw is glistening a little from her mouth. I shall procure a blue raspberry to present an offering upon my return. But then the bounties of your land would doubtless lead to conquest. Darkness would reign for over 100 generations. Sure, that's fine. You stare with utmost fascination at your straw. It's nothing. Worry not. When your sun is extinguished, your empires are naught but ash, your kings made thralls to the Dark One. You shall remain by my side as my damsel of night. Damsel of night? In other words, you gonna be by my side, baby. You will be here forever and ever. For now, we return for rest and repose, for our hunt resumes at dawn. We bring our items up to the counter. The man starts scanning our items one at a time, still glaring. I look at his name tag. Tuss, assistant manager. On his lanyard is a pin that says, "Ask me if you need help." Heh, sour gummy worms. Reminds me of how quick things turn sour with my ex-wife. Mayhaps she would have been more charitable towards you should you have withheld such uncouth remarks. I was a great husband. I brought home the bacon. That's what a man's supposed to do. Perhaps she was also a vegetarian. Explains why she left me for a woman. After what feels like an eternity, he finishes ringing up the items. All right, your total is $17.58. I will pay no more than $12. What the hell are you seriously trying to haggle? Sorry, she's from another world. Aren't they all? You will refrain from speaking boorishly to Lady Dana. No, it's fine, seriously. Look, will one of you ladies or whatever just pay the total already? Her hand moves to the hilt of her sword. Care to repeat that little comment? You expect me to believe you got a real sword? What are you going to do? Attack me? Excruciate. The cashier rises like being lifted on a marionette strings. He opens his mouth, but no words escape. Screaming, even hell itself couldn't contain magnitudes of this suffering. A wrathful light spills out from the corner store like floodwaters bursting from a dam. Did somebody do... Dude, this can't be happening. I just wanted a slushie. When the deluge of evil finally breaks, Brunhild is still holding her blade. Terrifyingly, it's completely spotless. She sees it with a single fluid motion, looks back at me over her shoulder. Brunhild, not again. You are right. Should have demonstrated more restraint. I forgot to inquire if he knows of the Great Wizard. That's not the problem here. Another customer walks in as if I try to tell her off. They take a bag of chips, put $1 on the counter, and leave. The store is now operating more efficiently. Regardless, he shall be back in an hour of this world's time. For him, far longer shall have passed, even for him to contemplate his choice of words today. I look up at Tuss, expecting him to say something like, "This is nothing compared to what my ex-wife did." He doesn't move. Brunhild's unholy power is terrifying. It's like I'm a prey animal and she's an apex predator. She gives a self-assured smirk, casts a look as schadenfreude at Tuss. She stokes a gauntlet-covered thumb down my cheek. It's cold, and even within just that thumb is enough power to destroy me, but she doesn't. His insults to me mattered not. Sooner would I listen to the suggestions of a louse. But disrespecting my lady is unforgivable. I shan't apologize for defending your honor. Brunhild, nobody has ever stood up for me. You are invaluable to me, Lady Dana. My breath catches in my throat. I swear I see a dusting of pink on her cheek. 'Tis with your guidance that I shall find the Great Wizard as he hides in this realm. Now, come, let us return to your dwelling. The sun is setting over the city. Brunhild stares at it, the wind tussling her hair. I'm not sure how literal she is about her world being cast into perpetual darkness, but she's been staring at the sky a lot. I stare at the horizon too, imagining I'm seeing it for the first time. The skyscrapers reaching the clouds, the web of highways and trains and walkways, the cascade of electric lights casting a glow over the water. So easy to forget how big our world is. Behind every lit window is a person, maybe even a family, all of them with their own experiences, stories. Brunhild might be huge in her bulky armor, but when I look back at her, she seems much smaller. Her face is a practiced kind of stoniness. I know that trains stoicism, a defense from the world, a defense from yourself. Wordlessly, I offer my hand. I realize that people are passing by us. Any number of eyes could be on us. She takes it anyway. Her hand feels impossibly strong and also unknowingly gentle. Unknowably gentle. Dinner will still be a little bit once we get home. You want to try a snack? Try the snack we bought? You refer to your false worms. Yes, they don't have these in your world, probably, so I really want to see you try one. So be it. She pulls the bag, and it doesn't open. She pulls again, harder. For what reason is this infernal bag so tightly sealed? I sense no arcane energies. You have to tear on the little cut here. Excruciate! When I look again, there's nothing but ash where the sour gummy worms were. A few of them have survived, charred. She pops one in her mouth. Vile, overcooked. Well, yeah, you're not supposed to. None may command me but Dark Christ and my king. Can I command you? She leans in very close then. You may try. I nearly dropped the grocery bags. We reached my apartment soon after. Same old run-down building, cheapest rent I could afford. I think the apartment building's elevator is struggling more with Brunhild's armor each time. But despite yet another case of excruciate, we're home. I put aside my shoes and keys. Can you hang your sword? You referred to my Hellfire Thorn Sword. Yeah, that one. Can you hang up the sword? You refer to my Hellfire Thorn Sword. Yes, can you hang up the Hellfire Thorn Sword? Last time you broke my only lamp, so very well. She hangs up the Hellfire Thorn Sword. It rests next to the keys and shoes and my X-Files poster. I expect supper shall be finished in a timely manner. We will need our strength for hunting the Grey Wizard like the mongrel he is. Right. I'll get to work. Brunhild sits down, couch cracking beneath her, and pores over maps spread across the table. One of them, a parchment made of a realm I've never known. The other, a tourist map of the United States that I Impulse bought at a gas station. Every so often, she looks at the United States map and shakes her head. I put on my apron and walk to the kitchen, which is just another shoebox-sized section of my dingy apartment. I get out the ingredients. Cree! I pick, pick my head out in a hurry. Brunhild has taken the Hellfire Thorn Sword and started sharpening it. One must be prepared. One must be prepared for attack at any moment. Could you maybe keep it down a little? My neighbors are gonna make a noise complaint. For you, I will do my utmost. Turn to the kitchen. Well, it's maybe a little quieter. I've been working on dinner, lining up the spices I'm going to be using. Start dicing an onion. My knife is a little dull. My eyes water. Maybe I should sharpen my knife like Brunhild does with her blade, but I don't want to bother her now, and I don't want her to see me sniffling. I haven't put effort into meals for a while. Feels like a waste when I was just myself. But every night since Brunhild has moved in, I've tried to make something special for her. My bank account is hurting, but it's not every day a beautiful woman from another world crashes at your place. It's funny to think about. Even though I haven't spoken to him in years, I still make this dish just like my dad did. I wonder what Brunhild's family thinks of her. Are they proud of her for being a Dark Knight? I mean, she's working under the king of evil and everything, but I imagine that doesn't leave much time to go home. She must miss them. The world is nothing like hers. This world's nothing like hers. I get homesick too. I haven't felt like just moving to the city. But sometimes there's no going home again. I know that. Spices frying in the olive oil makes the kitchen smell delicious. I take a deep breath. At least I'm here now. Sometimes I never thought I'd make it this far. And Brunhild is here with me, at least for the moment. Maybe the snack didn't go over as planned, but I still want to make Brunhild lots of things she'd probably never tried before. Food tastes better when it's shared, I think. I continue cooking, stirring the peppers and the ginger. I wonder how many dinners like this we've had left. It's so rare that you know something is the last time it'll ever happen. Last time I spoke to my old roommate was just a casual conversation. I think we ended it with a see you later. The last time I had dinner with my grandmother before she passed, we planned on meeting again in 2 weeks. That never happened. I already started to get used to having Brunhild here. I already taken her for granted. And it's all based on me lying to her about the Grey Wizard. Once the tomatoes are in the dish, it only takes a little longer. I give one a little taste. It's good. No matter how things turn out with the Grey Wizard, at least I can provide for Brunhild now. I'm just about to start plating the food with some rice, and then I remember Brunhild's potion. She's been carrying around this mysterious elixir the whole time she's been here. No idea what's in it, but it must mean a lot to her since she's brought it with her. Maybe I could add some to the dish to remind her of home. Yeah, definitely don't do that. No. This seems like she's saving it for a special occasion. I bet it's something really important like Super Mana Elixir Plus or something. Shouldn't mess with her stuff. If I do, she might just turn the Hellfire Thorn Sword on me. Once dinner is ready, I plate up our food and set the table with some water. Sit down together. I watch eagerly for her reaction. You are staring quite intently. Oh, I see. You wish that I'd be the one to curse this meal. By evil's will that his bread be placed before us, thy fate is to be consumed as the dark one consumes the sun in the sky. Amen. Amen. She takes a bite. Do you like it? I made it with love. This aroma, the delicate texture enrobed in this rich stew, it rouses even my cold and blackened heart. The dead might leap for joy. Were this to be brought back home, it'd be more than worthy of my king's palate. I think she likes it. I'm glad. The rest of dinner is quiet. Brunhild never seems to fully let her guard down, like she's always expecting an enemy to pop out of nowhere. But in a few rare moments, she seems softer. Maybe. That may be a strange word to describe her with. It's almost like I'm not describing her so much as someone she could have been. She had been born into a softer world. If she had, though, would we ever have met? Is it selfish of me to be happy that we did anyway? We must redouble our efforts. Post haste. I will not allow the Grey Wizard to slip yet again through my fingers. Ah, right. I know another place we can look. We found no trace of him at the lake. And even bribing the mallards with crumbs revealed not any new information. No, yeah, this time for sure. I won't let you down again. I totally felt magical energy from the arcade downtown. Maybe he's concocting a plan involving winning enough tickets to bring home the grand prize. That fiend, he shall not succeed. I'll add a sigh of relief. Well, I'll get started on the dishes. You have my sword. I don't think a sword is needed for that. Regardless, my aid is yours. I am at your disposal. A slew of mental images enter my mind at once. Okay. We get into a pretty comfortable routine. I wash, she dries. Using some type of hellish magic that physically hurts to look at, but the plates do look perfectly dry after. Stuffed rabbit Bunhild sits in a place of honor at the counter, supervising the proceedings. The arcade is still on my mind. Maybe I could win another prize for Bunhild. So, before you came here, what kind of games did you play for fun? A Dark Knight does not play games. Played a little bit of Donkey Kong with me. Donkey Kong is not a mere game, 'tis a work of art. To answer the inquiry, though, I engaged not in leisurely activities upon reaching knighthood. I did engage in games as a child. What was your favorite? One first would procure a hoop and a stick, then using the latter, the object was to roll the hoop. The children delighted in hoop and stick, but none were as talented as I. Oh, I've heard of that one. Sounds fun. One had to be there. I partake in races and tugs of war. To be able to be the best the boys felt gratifying, mayhaps. If I had to live as a man, I would excel at it. Yeah, I understand that. Such activities were used in conjunction with sparring in our downtime as knights. To beat the men to that at that point took on a different meaning. I'd been born anew as a woman, but 'twas merely the start of proving myself, lest my king think I'd burdened him with my frivolities. Frivolities. Not frivolities, whichever one. Brunhild, I'm sorry. Spare thy sympathy. I chose this path again. To speak candidly, Lady Dana, upon arriving onto this world, it was clear to me that your luxury and abundance has made your people soft. Such weakness offends me deeply. Truly, this land shall fall to the true king, and his peace shall be as eternal as the sky is black. Yet, as I have come to know you, I have realized that were I born here as you were, I would be soft as you are, and there is no quality in you that I revile. Least of all, your gentle heart. The dish is done. She starts putting them away. I must avoid too much imposition upon my hostess. No, you can impose all you want. I mean, it's not imposing. I mean, I wind up grabbing the same plate as her. For a moment, our eyes meet. I like having you here, Brunhild. I really do. Such flattery has no effect on me. I mean it. You're cool and strong and actually really nice. I actually wish I was less soft. I used to be bullied a lot. I guess I'm used to being pushed around. It's just easier to put up with it than to fight. So I really admire you. Like, I wish I was more like you, to be honest. How humorous to harbor envy for one another. It may be that is why we found our way to one another. We are complementary to one another, like hoop and stick. I was to refer to pigments upon a palette, but such a metaphor is suitable. We would hold each other's gaze for a moment longer. Can't help but laugh. She does her signature dark chuckle. I do. And then she puts away the last plate. There's a sudden air of finality in the kitchen. We linger for a moment longer. Let us retire for the evening. I shall stand first watch tonight. Brunhild, you don't need to stand watch in our apartment. 'Twas merely a jest. Brunhild, you made a jest. The implacable Dark Knight. I am not unaltered by this journey. As she says this, she picks up Bunhild like she's bringing her to bed. Our apartment, you did say. You would have me pay tribute to your lord as well. I realize all at once that is how I've been thinking of it. No, you don't have to pay anything. Soon it will just be my apartment again. Anyway, it is against my code to take advantage of a lady, unless it is at her request. What? She strokes my cheek with her thumb and places a palm-sized and heavy coin on the counter for thy rent. With that, she heads to bed for the night. I think everyone has one pressing question about Dark Knights. How do they get ready for bed? Jesus!
Damn, boy, he's thick!
It turns out most of the same as the rest of us, except the gauntlets stay on. She tends to the rest of her armor before brushing her teeth and combing her hair. But other than that, our routine is pretty average. When she's not in armor, there's a vulnerability to her, sort of. She becomes a little more reserved. I imagine she feels like I do when I don't have my glasses on, or something. Bunhild, the stuffed rabbit, sits on the bed, tucked part way under the covers. I join her scrolling through my social media feed. Soon Brunhild sits down next to me. I bid thee a good night. Good night. Sleep well. Brunhild takes the plushie in her arms, rolls onto her side, and holds the plushie tight, burying it into her chest. I didn't even know it was possible to be jealous of a plushie. Say your piece. It's nothing. Sleep well, Brunhild. I turn out the light. Well, if I can't be that plushie, I move over and hold her as the big spoon. I'm smaller than her, so really it's more like a koala clinging to a tree. At first, she seems to tense up. I wonder if I made a mistake. But gradually, she seems to relax. Maybe she knows I would never hurt her. Even if I could. Hope she knows that. She's warm and soft despite the muscles. Feel my eyelids growing heavy. If our time together really is so limited, I want to remember every detail of this moment. The rise and fall of her chest, the feeling of her in my arms, her scent. The knock at the door. Was I just dreaming that? No, that was definitely someone at the front door. Huh? Could be this late at night. I walk up to the door, I gently crack it open. I am the Grey Wizard. What? Fools, have you tarried from culinary farce? I've mastered my arcane arts. My magical shield nullifies all the foolish knight's attacks. The hellfire thorn sword shall not so much as scratch me. I shall not stop until my glory is known before all eternity. Now you shall kneel. But how? How is this possible? Imbecile, you are not the only one who is adapted to this realm. My sword carries not just the unholy power of the Dark One, but the love and belief of Lady Dana. This cannot be. The Grey Wizard begins to fade into dust, cackling madly. You have not won, Dark Knight. So long as even a single speck of me remains, my curse shall be upon your kingdom for all eternity. But he vacuumed him up. Dear Lord. Oh. Dear God. Sorry, he was gonna cost me my security deposit unless I cleaned him up. She pulls me close, squeezing me so tight that my ribs pop. Ingenious, my lady. Loath as I am to admit it, the Grey Wizard's undoing would be impossible without thee. To think that, in the end, the fool came to us. His hubris was his undoing. Yeah, well, I guess that's it, huh? You defeated the Grey Wizard and can finally go home. 'Tis true, my quest has been completed. Upon my return, I shall seek recompense from my king for your services. Brunhild, about that. I wasn't really helping you find the Grey Wizard. I never knew where he was. You were just really cool, and I wanted to be around you, and those ducks at the park didn't have any information. We gave them the bread for free. I lied to you, Brunhild. You can excruciate me if you want, but knowing I let you down hurts the most. Stare at my feet, waiting for the end to come. Feel cold, strong fingers upon my chin. You foolish, foolish girl. I knew from the start. But I was lying to you and I wasted your time. You took me into your home. You allowed me to partake in meals such as protein shake with you. The world would have been labyrinthian had I to navigate it alone. I was aware that I was delaying my quest. Yet I have felt this way not in many moons. What way? Normal. Partaking in entertainments before rest rather than training drills and prayers, spending time with someone without awaiting their inevitable betrayal. Lady Dana, I thank thee most sincerely. Brunhild, now with the Grey Wizard slain, surely you thought not for a moment that I would return alone. Stand by my words from long ago. I may be wed to evil, but no rule forbids me from taking a girlfriend. You are mine, Lady Dana. This fate we share as one. There shall be no escape. Even in death, our skeletons shall be intertwined. She pulls me closer, lifting me up into her strong embrace, and kisses me. Feels like I'm floating, and not just because I'm literally not touching the ground. I'm together with the woman I love, safe in her arms, with the gray wizard felled, and nothing can come between us now. To not be only accepted, but loved, desired even, is more than I've ever dreamed of, more than I've ever dared to dream of. And yet, it's here, it's happening, and we're going to be together forever. Now I shall cleave open a rift into my world. About that, you want to wait until tomorrow? It's late, and we're just about to lie down. If that is your wish, Lady Day, I shall obey. And we'll need more snacks for the journey, like a road trip. More false worms. There's way more junk to try. That's the beauty of this realm. A land of great bounty indeed. Should we delay our return, I shall pose no objections, so long as the time I is spent by your side shall be time well spent. Well, that was it. I'm cool with it. That was fun. I had fun. I hope you had fun. I had fun. That was a nice little heartwarming little tale. I liked it. 10 out of 10. We'll play again. Probably will. See what other options I get. 10 out of 10. You should play it. If you ain't got it yet, I think it's still free. I don't know. It's on Steam. Go play it. Have fun. Narrate it all you want, because I'm going to narrate it. Heck, I might even get my wife. It says here, we'll play it together, narrate it that way. See how it goes. But with that, I'm out of here. Y'all stay safe. Peace.